When you think 99 times and find nothing, then stop thinking, swim in silence, and the truth come you. Silence is true wisdom's best reply. Don't waste words on people who deserve you silence when it is better to walk away than to tolerate nonsense. When one can understand you without any words. When you feel one can't understand your feelings from your insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Failure is success in progress. Creativity is intelligence, having fun. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. You need experience to gain wisdom. Information is not knowledge. The only source of knowledge is experience. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. We are souls dressed up in sacred biochemical garments, and our bodies are the instruments through which our souls play their music. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. Student is not a container you have to fill, but a torch you have to light up. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Try not to become a man of success. Rather, become a man of value. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. We all know that light travels faster than sound. That's why certain people appear bright until you hear them speak. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist and right. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. What a sad era when it is easier to smash an atom than a prejudice. Life is a preparation for the future, and the best preparation for the future is to live as if there were none. The only sure way to avoid making mistakes is to have no new ideas. Three great forces rule the world: stupidity, fear, and greed. Past is dead, future is uncertain, present is all you have, so eat, drink, and live merry. Intelligence is not the ability to store information, but to know where to find it. Do not grow old, no matter how long you live. Never cease to stand like curious children before the great mystery into which we were born. It's strange to be known so universally and yet be so lonely. Example isn't another way to teach, it is the only way to teach. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. A question that sometimes drives me hazy: am I or are the others crazy? Logic will get you from A to Z. Imagination will get you everywhere. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. It is not that I'm so smart, but one, Stay with the questions much longer. You never fail until you stop trying. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician. I often think in music. I live my daydreams in music. I see my life in terms of music. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. Men marry women with the hope they will never change. Women marry men with the hope they will change. Invariably, they are both disappointed. A clever person solves problem. A wise person avoids it. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. If I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about solutions. The only thing that you absolutely have to know is the location of the library. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is to not stop questioning. The one who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. Those who walk alone are likely to find themselves in places no one has ever been before. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Make everything simple as possible, but not simpler. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. Everything that is really great and inspiring is created by the individual who can labor in freedom. Reading, after a certain age, diverts the mind too much from its creative pursuits. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. We know from daily life that we exist for other people, first of all, for whose smiles and well-being our own happiness depends. If you want to know the future, look at the past. I have tried 99 times and have failed, but on the 100th time came success. Good people always marry wrong people because the right ones feel too ad. Time is relative. Its only worth depends upon what we do as it is passing. One should not pursue goals that are easily achieved. One must develop an instinct for what one can just barely achieve through one's greatest efforts. The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them without doing anything. The only thing more dangerous than ignorance is arrogance. I don't need to know everything, I just need to know where to find it when I need it. I think 99 times and find nothing. I stop thinking, swim in the silence, and the truth comes to me. 3 great forces rule the world: stupidity, fear, and greed. I wish to do something great and wonderful, but I must start by doing the little things like they were great and wonderful. Possessions, outward success, publicity, luxury, to me these have always been contemptible. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best for both the body and the mind. The only sure way to avoid making mistakes is to have no new ideas. 3 great forces rule the world: stupidity, fear, and greed. Past is dead. Future is uncertain. Present is all you have, so eat, drink, and live merry. Do not grow old, no matter how long you live. Never cease to stand like curious children before the great mystery into which we were born. Weak people revenge. Strong people forgive. Intelligent people ignore. It's strange to be known so universally and yet be so lonely. Example isn't another way to teach, it is the only way to teach. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them.